Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yesterday I covered an article where the former UK's Prime Minister Boris Johnson stated that Vladimir Putin, the president of the Russian Federation, I think at the beginning of 2022, I think it was in January, threatened him over the phone with a missile strike that will hit him and will kill him. This is what former Prime Minister Boris Johnson claimed. This statement, this video was inserted in a BBC documentary that is meant to portray angels and evil devils, if you know what I mean. And during the video yesterday, when I was analyzing Mr. Boris Johnson's statements, I said, well, I don't know Mr. Boris Johnson personally, and I didn't follow his political career, so I don't know what kind of person he is. The only thing that I know about him kind of is what the statements he's made since the invasion, maybe 2021 and 2022, and all this invasion of Ukraine and war. That's all I know about this guy. I know how he looks. I know that he, I think it's shady here and there, but I can't, assign him or ascribe him a certain kind of characteristic. He's just looking goofy, but anyway, that's a physical one. We don't take it into consideration too much. So I don't know if he's lying or not. My British friends know him better, I guarantee you that. The problem is with statements always, when someone accuses someone else of something, you would want to hear the other side's, take on that. And we have that take coming from the Kremlin today. So let's get it rolling here. And we have Mr. Boris Johnson here, I think in a, great smile. This article comes from Sputnik. I have it from Sputnik, and I also have it from Daily Mail, so I build some credibility, if you know what I mean. So this is from Monday, January 30th, 2023. From Daily Mail, let's read the title. Kremlin accuses Boris Johnson of lying about Putin threatening to kill him. Russia responds after former Prime Minister claimed Vladimir Putin said, I don't want to hurt you, but with a missile, it would only take a minute. So Johnson said Putin bragged it would take only a minute to kill him with a missile. Now this is what he says, and that would supposedly was made by President Putin when he was telling Johnson not to impose sanctions and don't do stupid stuff in Ukraine. So it was all about sanctions. And what's his name? Johnson told Putin that there will be consequences if Russia invades Ukraine, including sanctions and so on. And then supposedly, according to Johnson, that was Putin's response. Now, Great Britain and the European Union imposed sanctions on Russia. I didn't see that missile yet. So I don't know, is because Putin did not say that, is because Putin is a coward, and obviously Johnson is very courageous because he did it nevertheless. He ignored Putin's threats, or simply, I don't know, the Russians are, unwilling, incapable of doing whatever, fulfilling their bluff, I guess. I mean, it is a bluff or what? I don't know. You see, as I said, always ask that both sides. Now we have one side saying, yes, you said that. The other side saying, no, we didn't say that. We know that there are many ways to find that out from third-party sources, which is, when two diplomats, in this case a president and a prime minister, speak over the phone, there's not only the two of them, hey baby, what are you wearing? No, that's not like that. There are many people on the phone from their staff, and could help, could intervene, could all that. And, certain kind of services that they know about being on a phone call, or they don't know about them being over there. So that all this is documented. The conversation is recorded, so we could have all the transcripts of that conversation from both sides and external sides. And I'm not implying that, I don't know, let's say the French intelligence service is going to say, well, we were on that too, here is our no, evidence. No, I don't think so, but let's see what these guys are bubbling here. So this is the Daily Mail, right? Daily, what's Daily Mail? Yeah, Daily Mail. The Kremlin has accused former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson of lying when he said President Putin has threatened him with a missile strike during a phone call in the run-up of the invasion of Ukraine. Now, Johnson, speaking to the BBC for a documentary, said that Russian leader had warned he could launch a missile on Downing Street to kill him in a minute. And I'm quoting Mr. Johnson. He threatened me at one point and he said, and I'm quoting, Boris, I don't want to hurt you, but with a missile it would only take a minute or something like that, Johnson said. This here, when Boris says here, he threatened me at one point, in the other article that I covered yesterday, is not quoted like he threatened me. He said he sort of threatened me. Well, that's not a sort of, that's a threat right there, I think. And then he said something like that. I don't think that Johnson would not remember this kind of threat and be able to, quote it exactly, not paraphrase it. But anyway, Johnson is a courageous leader. He looks like one anyway. And I'm glad that he is where he is at. Right. Boris Johnson reveals Vladimir Putin's threat to assassinate him. Right here, Boris, I don't want to hurt you. With a missile, it would only take a minute. He threatened me at one point and said, Boris, I don't want to hurt you. Okay, this is Boris, the trustworthy Boris Johnson right here. If you choose to believe that, no, this is the evil guy, look. He looks like a nice guy. No, obviously, right? No, the picture was not picked like that. Look at this guy, like a little teddy polar bear right here. And this is the evil guy, obviously. Oh, this is Peskov. Kremlin accuses Boris of lying about Putin threatening to kill him. Well, I don't think they would have said, actually, we said that. Okay? But hey, this is a missile coming to down Russian test launch of Sarmat nuclear capable. Okay, this is not that. Let's go with the other one. Kremlin says Johnson claim about Putin threatening him with missile strike is bold-faced lie. Ooh, hello, nice smile though. What's coming in that mouth, I wonder? Oh, well. So, that's me right here. So, that we will not find the truth unless we have a credible third party coming forth and saying. But on the other hand, I personally don't care if the guy threatened the other guy, because I'm pretty sure they speak like that sometime, and I don't know if Boris would speak like that with Russians, but because Boris Johnson is a very civilized person, he wouldn't use this kind of threats. In yesterday's video covering Boris' statements, claims, I also mentioned that supposedly when Sarkozy, the former French president, met Putin at one point on the sidelines, I don't know, it was G8, G20, I can't remember exactly. Supposedly Putin told Sarkozy something the same on the same line, like I can destroy you or I can make you a great president or something like that. You find details in that video if you want to pursue it. There's also some videos on YouTube with Sarkozy showing up at the press conference, shocked, according to the French translator that was in the room with Putin and Sarkozy. And I think the title is something like Sarkozy drunk, ? Or is he drunk, or something like that. But the French translator who participated in the meeting has another video where he claims that Putin said this to Sarkozy and Sarkozy pooped his pants. Anyway, but not Johnson, because Johnson is not French. Right, that's how the story goes anyway. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.